Jane, he's off on his wanderings again. Just back from Edinburgh and then dashes down to the borders and now he's surveying away up to the Highlands.
But whatever for? Is there no enough for him here in Carrick to keep him happy? I ken my father and him didn't exactly see in to in, but all this gallivanting all over the place doesn't it make it any easier? Why can he not just settle down?
Look away with you, Jean. You can find Robert will not just settle down like any other buddy. I've been his brother since the day I was born. And while you might ken him in a different way from me, I can still jalouse what's going on in his head.
Aye, I guess you had a richt to it, Gilbert. At least I had the twins to mind me of him.
Well, I could hardly tell the poor lassie that he wanted to go and visit Mary Campbell's grave at Greenock. I thought she was the only lassie that might bring Robert to his senses. He really did love her, and he wrote some bonny verses for her.
Flow gently, sweet Afton, among thy green braes. Flow gently, I'll sing thee a song in thy praise. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. Flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb not her dream. Thou stopped of whose echo resounds through the glen, ye wild whistling blackbirds in yon thorny glen. Thou green grass and lapwing, thy springing forbear. I charge you, disturb not my slumbering fair.
Aye, Mary, you were the last for me. I'll lewd you mair and deeper than ony other lass before or since, or ever I doot. She was the perfect remedy to my troubles with Jean and her family. If ever have loved such a sweet, caring lassie, she would do anything for anybody. Our time together was ever short, and if it hadn't been for that damned typhus that wasted her awa, we'd have been man and wife, and away o'er the seas benew. Was ever a man sae cursed by misfortune? But you'll live on, my lass. You'll live on in my verses and my songs. But I canna waste muckle more time here. I'm on away and meet Dr. Grierson and continue my journey. Fare ye weel, my bonny lass, my ain true love. Now, where's that daft horse gone? Jenny, Geddes, you dozy cuddy, will you stop eating they floors? You'll hear us pitchoots.
I shall not be away too long, my dear Effie. I shall consider it a time. It's plain for the poet of the poems of Mr. Burns that he is a man of gentle and sensitive ways and spirit. I consider our journey together, our sojourn, will be spent on matters discussing those poetical and spiritual.
George, you've been travelling amongst savage Highlanders with bare shanks and ducks, and them not able to speak a single word of the King's English. They'll as soon cut your throat as give you the time of day.
Oh, no, my dear, don't fret. Mr. Burns and I shall be quite safe. And you'll have Annie here to help you. Now mind you look after your mistress, you miserable Jeed. And on my return, just one word for your confounded impudence. I'll thrash you from here to Glasgow Cross. And return.
As if I'd say a word to place, sir. At least no, when either of you are close enough to hear. Aye, I'll look after the lady just as well as she deserves.
Careful now, you impy mischief. I mistrust your tone.
Sir, who could you? I only said...
I can't find real what you said. It's the way you... It's the way you said it. I must be away now, my dear.
I'd like fine to meet that lad myself. I had a wee geek at the book of his poems my maester was selling. Dare say I'd have more fun on a trip with him than my maester would. Oh, I can just imagine.
Annie!
Oh, in the name of the wee man, she's up to her tricks already. Ah, well, I'd best be the death of her, afore she's the death of me.
Well, my dear Robert, Rab, I didn't think I'd have such a grand time with a poet.
Nor I with a man of commerce. But you've not only get heed for the figures, you've a fine strong heed for the drink and all.
Well, we'll plenty of practice in Glasgow.
Aye, I do you right, but what in the name's going on here? I've never seen an inn so full, bar at the Holy Fair in Mauchline. Where have all they gangrel bodies come from?
When Liar leaves Mistrove the Guild, or leaping like a bulky bird, a dim, cold, glorious blast. When hailstones drive a bit of skite, and infant frost begin to bite in holy cranial crest. Ye nicht, a teen, a merry core, or randy gangrel body. When Posy Nancy's held the splore to drink their ora duddies, with quaffing and laughing, they ranted and they sang, with jumping and thumping, there a girdle ran. First, next to fire in old red rags, yen sat, wheel brace with mealie bags, and knapsack all in order. His doxy lay within his aim, the uskally and blankets warm. She blanket on her sojourn, and I he gazed the toasty brava to the scalp and kiss. While she held up her greedy gab, just like an amuse dish. Ilk smack still, dead crack still, just like a cadger's whip. Then staggering and swaggering, he roared this ditty up.
I am a son of Mars, who has fought in many wars, and I show my cuts and scars whenever I come. This here is for a wench, the other in a trench, when welcoming the French at the sound of a drum.
Rat-a-tat-ta-tat-ta-ta, rat-a-tat-ta-tat-ta-ta, when welcoming the French at the sound of the drum.
My apprenticeship I passed when my leader breathed his last, when the bloody die was cast on the heights of the brow. And I served out my trade when the gallant game was played, for the moral law was laid at the sound of the drum.
Rat-a-tat-ta-tat-ta-ta, rat-a-tat-ta-tat-ta-ta, when the moral law was laid at the sound of the drum.
And now I must beg, with my wooden arm and leg, I'm happy with my wallet, my bottle, and my calorie, as when I used in Scotland to follow a drum.
Rat-a-tat-ta-tat-ta-ta, rat-a-tat-ta-tat-ta-ta, as when I used in Scarlet to follow a drum.
He ended in the kibber shoe kaboon the chorus roar, while fretted Rattle's backward look seek the mainmost board. A fairy fiddler, play the nuke, he skittled out, encore! But up arose the martial duke, and laid the loud uproar.
Oh, once was a maid, nor can I tell when, and still my delight is in proper young men. Someone of a troop of dragoons was my daddy, nae wonder I'm fond of a soldier laddie. The first of my loves was a swaggering blade, to rattle the thundering drum was his trade. His leg was sae tight and his cheeks sae ruddy, transported I was from a soldier laddie. Well, they got the old chap and left him in the lurch. The sword I pursued for the sake of the church. He risked his soul, I ventured the body. 'Twas then I grew false to my soldier laddie. But soon I grew sick of that sanctified sot. The regiment at large for a husband I got. From the gilded spontoon to the fife I was ready. I asked nae mair but a soldier laddie. Well, peace brought me to beg and despair, till I met my old boy at a Cunningham fair. His rats regimental they fluttered sae gaudy, my heart rejoiced in my soldier laddie. And now I have lived, I know not how long, but still I can join in a cup and a song. And whilst with both hands I can hold a glass steady, here's to thee, my hero, my soldier laddie.
Then next would spark a rockle carlin, well paint the wheel to cleat the sterling, for mony a pussy she had hooped, and had in mony a well been duked. Her love had been a Hieland laddie, but weary for the waeful wedding, with sighs and sobs she thus began to wail her broad John Hieland man.
My love was born, the lowland laws he held in scorn, but he still was faithful to his clan. My gallant broad John Hieland man, sing hey my broad John Hieland man, sing ho my broad John Hieland man, there's no a lad in all the land was match for my John Hieland man. They banished him beyond the sea, but ere the bud was on the tree, adown my cheeks the berries ran, embracing my John Hieland man. Sing hey my broad John Hieland man, sing ho my broad John Hieland man, there's no a lad in all the land was match for my John Hieland man. But oh, they catched him at the last, and bound him in a dungeon fast. My curse is on them every one, they've hanged my broad John Hieland man. Sing hey my broad John
scrape away his fiddle, what used to trice and fears to driddle, her strapping limb and gauzy middle, he'd reach nae higher, had hold his hearty like a riddle, and blownt on fire. With hand on hinge and upper D, he crooned his gamut, 1, 2, 3, and then in on Arrow, so key, the wee Apollo set off with Allegretto glee, his gig a solo. They'd scarcely left to cover their funds, to quench their low and ruth. Then now and again, the jovial thrang, the poet did request to louse his pack and wail a sang, a ballad o' the best. He rising, rejoicing, between his squad Deborahs, round them and found them impatient for the chorus.
See the smoking bowl before us, hark the jovial ragged rain. Round and round take up the chorus, and in branches let us sing. A fig for those by law protected liberties and glorious feast. Courts for cowards were erected, churches built to please the priest. With the ready drink and fable, rambling under all the day, and the night in barn or stable, while the dogs is on the hay. A fig for those by law protected liberties and glorious feast. Courts for cowards were erected, churches built to please the priest. Does the train attendant carriage through the country lighter road? Does the sober bed of marriage witness brighter scenes of love? A fig for those by law protected liberties and glorious feast. Courts for cowards were erected, churches built to please the priest. Here's the marches, bands and rollins, here's to all our wandering train. Here's the weather, brats and callants, run and all prayers have been. A fig for those by law protected liberties and glorious feast. Courts for cowards were erected, churches built to please the priest.
Man, what are you doing? Your hair's through right here. What did you write in the window?
There he be who sojourns here, I pity much his case, unless he come to wait upon the Lord, their God, his grace. There's Nathan here but Highland pride, and Highland scab and hunger. Providence has sent me here, 'twas surely in an anger.
I can well understand how you feel, but Mr. Fraser, a landlord, was saying there's a gathering in the castle. It's the British Fisheries Society. The Duke of Argyle's the president.
Ah, well, if McCallum Moore'll no greet me, I'll no greet him. I doubt it's a straw bed for us today.
No straw bed again.
Come along, you, Dr. Grierson, we've a fair stage to Dumbarton, and a good brisk trot will drive the wicked humour frae your heat.
Oh, I should have had that last dram last night.
Oh, Geordie, man, you feel like that, you shouldn't have taken the last dozen. Come, I'll saddle Jenny Geddes, and I'll get the lad to saddle yours.
Well, it's not just the freedom and risky that go together. It's the same heats and the crazy
Righty, pals! Come on now, quick, everyone! Come on! They'll be here any minute. Mary, for goodness, will you stop stunning there with your mouth gaping wide open? It's not a fly you'll catch, it'll be a hoodie craw.
And mind, nae coozing at the young man, and look to your manners, or else you'll see the back of my hand.
Aye, mother. Oh, look, here they come now. Isn't he a bonny man? Is that his father, Will?
No, you daft limmer. That's Dr. George Grierson from Glasgow, a bookseller. Now mind, dinna say anything about the limp. They would play bairns games. When a Highland laddie's horse rode by, they would have a race. Well, the Savage's horse fell, and Mr. Burns' horse fell ere sour tip and tap him. That'll maybe mind him not to touch the spirits at lunchtime.
Come along, Mr. Burns. You too, Dr. Grierson. Mary, get to our guests.
Come along, Vernon. Set your hoodies on the chairs, but you hear the kitchen, Mr. Burns.
Oh, thank you, lass. Are your cheeks eyes, Rosie, or is that a wee blush I see?
Oh, dinna fash the young lassie. So, what's your name, young lady?
Mary, sir. Mary McLaughlin.
To sweet Maria Ann McLaughlin. God Burns, a rhymer lad frae Mauchline.
Oh, sir. A poem? A poem? Somebody wrote a poem about me?
You must excuse my lass, Mr. Burns. Out here in the wilds, we don't have much opportunity for discourse of a social nature, you can.
Aye, quite.
I've just been reading your poems, Mr. Burns, and I must say I'm quite taken with this one. Wee, modest, crimson-tipped flower, thou's made me in an evil hour, that I maun crush among the stool thy slender stem. To spare thee now is past my poor, thou bonny gem. There, in thy scanty mantle clad, thy snowy bosom sunward spread, thou lifts thy unassuming head in humble guise, but now the share uptears thy bed, and low thou lies. Such is the fate of artless maid, sweet florid of rural shade, by love's simplicity betrayed and guileless trust, till she, like thee, all soiled, is laid low in the dust.
Oh, very nicely.
My younger daughter too has never had her name out of the book since it arrived.
I'm very young, I'm very young, I'm very young, I'm very young. Innocent attack me from my mommy yet. I am a mommy saver. We on the walk are weary, sir, and lying in a man's bed. My flight is very eerie, sir. I'm very young, I'm very young, I'm very young to marry yet. I'm very young to be a sent attack me from my mommy yet. Is the mountain, the nights are long in winter, sir, and you and I in May bed. In truth, I dare not venture, sir. I'm very young, I'm very young, I'm very young to marry yet. I'm very young to be a sent attack me from my mommy yet.
But enough of sick nonsense. Come on, get out the big punch bowl and we'll make merry the next
Don't
day.
name yourself a me.
I'm afraid good Dr. Grierson here has taken enough in the last 2 days to last him a long time.
Oh.
But we want our beds. Dr. Grierson went back to Glasgow the morning, and I'm on my own way to Moscow.
Come this way, gentlemen. Come on, I'll show you to your joggers. Nice soft bed.
I think he loves me. He wrote me a poem. Oh, how are you, Gummerell? It's me as got his ear on. Can a buddy meet a buddy coming through the ride? Can a buddy laddie friend. Ilka lassie has her laddie, maybe say they are. Yet all the lads they smile at me, coming through the rime. Man in the train there is a swine, I dearly loo myself, but what's his name or where his name I dinna care to tell. Ilka lassie has her laddie, maybe say they are. Yet all the lads they smile at me, coming through the rime.
What? Twins? Who can she hear another set? It's no canny. What today? My fields were as fertile as my loins. I'd be the richest farmer in Scotland.
Aye, you'll do what you like, same as you I do. Now you better get away and see Jean. Or at least her father might be a bit more welcoming now that you've found fame and fortune.
Aye, I do you're recht, Gilbert. Thou's welcome, Wayne, in the Santa fall. If thoughts of thee or yet thy mammy shall ever daunt in me or all me, a sweet wee lady. Or if I blush, then thou shalt call me Tita or Daddy. Or if thou be what I would hear, and tak the counsel I shall gie, I'll never rue my troubles with thee, the cost nor shame of it, but be a loving father to thee, and brag the name of it. Aye, weel, that's 12 presents to come back to that I'm never expected to see. Ah, but what am I saying? She's a fine lass, Jean. But they're all fine lasses, anyway. Young, old, and in between.